Hey, what's good? How you doing? It's your girl D, back with another video. So, I made another impulse purchase. You want to hear about it? Here we go. The Kat Von D Saint and Sinner palette. Yeah, this is a brand new palette that she's launching for the fall. And one thing I noticed that mine came with this little corner bent for some reason. I don't know why. But I inspected it. Everything was fine once I opened it up from UPS, all that good stuff. Okay, cool. So this palette, I'm gonna let you know right now, is $62. And you're like, Diana, my coins. I know. I know. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. So, this is, I'm about to sound like a beauty guru a little bit when I say some of these next things, but I don't mean it in any kind of beauty guru sense. I'm just literally reading the information from Sephora's website. This is limited edition. It is 24 all new shades. If you're familiar with Kat Von D's formula, you know that it's very interesting because it doesn't seem to swatch very well, but it performs great. I put the shadow on before I swatched it. I was just like, I want to do this, and this as a look. So I put the shadow on before I swatched it because I wanted to see how it performed. Similar to last year's launch with the metal matte, it seemed like some of the swatches were a little chalky, especially some of the matte shades, but once you applied them on the eye, it worked great. And I don't know what it is. I unboxed and reviewed this initially for one of my makeup groups on Facebook Live, and I don't know if it was just my lighting or the front-facing camera on the Note 8. We have it, y'all. It's here. It's here. She's good. She's good. We just got to get her synchronized and shit, and then I promise I'm bringing you a review. I promise it's coming, but we have her. Be that as it may, some of the swatches on that palette were a little interesting, and I'll go ahead and link that video here-ish for you to review if you would like. But I wanted to go ahead and see what this was about. I like the variety that she has. I like the concept behind it too. Comparing it to the metal matte, listen, this metal matte palette, this is what, like, it's so big. And yes, that is what she said. And that's probably what a lot of dudes wish they could hear. But she's known for grandeur, larger than life packaging. And this is not, I mean, it's different in a sense because it's a different concept, but it's still typical Kat Von D. Like, look at the height of the palettes. Still maybe 2 inches taller, but a hell of a lot fatter. And that also sounds like something that's inappropriate. Y'all know me anyway, I'm a creep. So, opening this up, looks like a set of cathedral doors. We have the Saint side here, and we have the Sinner side here. Opening them up, there are mirrors on either side. I'm gonna try to keep them kind of closed in so that you're not looking at my messy ass vanity. So the Saint sides here on the left hand side, and the Sinner sides here on the right hand side. Saint, in line with her Saint and Sinner perfumes, I suppose you could say, as well as the Saint and, I think, what is it? Does she have Saint and Sinner lipsticks too? Anyways, in line with that, light and dark, basically. I'm a fan of Sinner. This is the full-size perfume. Just going in just one time. Just There are 3 different finishes. There's metallics, there's mattes, metallics, mattes, and pearls. So, the information from Sephora's website. This is an ultra-limited eyeshadow palette with 12 Saint and 12 Center shades, inspired by the vibrant stained glass windows of Gothic cathedrals. The Saint and Center eyeshadow palette features 24 pigment-packed shades inspired by the kaleidoscopic stained glass windows of old-world Gothic cathedrals. Embrace your softer side with 12 saintly shades, dreamy, wearable, and effortlessly romantic. Unleash your inner center. Why does my center have to be inner, though? I can't be, like, outwardly with my center, though. I'm just... Anyways, unleash your inner center with 12 bold color pops, empowering, unexpected, and insanely pigmented. Experience divine dimension with 3 fearless finishes, electrifying metallics, velvety mattes, and shimmering pearls, plus 2 new special effect glimmer shades, rightfully placed at the peak of the palette, which they are. These transformative super glimmer shades amp up any eye look with prismatic micro pearls that catch the light with every movement. Each cushiony shade is blendable and buildable. Kat Von D's signature high-performance long-wear eyeshadow formula creates next-level eye looks that deliver major impact. Whether you're feeling saintly, sultry, or a little bit of both, you're sure to find endless inspiration with this show-stopping palette of epic proportions. The shades are 0.04 ounces each. It is not made with any kind of parabens. They feature, as typical of Kat D being a tattoo artist, original lettering and scroll work that was hand-drawn by her. And apparently this is a holiday collection which honors the two sides of us with a Gothic cathedral design inspired by the return of Kat's beloved best-selling Saint and Center fragrance collection. And of course, never tested on animals because we know Kat Von D is ridiculously vegan. Okay, I don't mean ridiculously necessarily in a negative connotation, but I've done a whole lot of talking. Let's get to swatches, shall we? Now, I also will show pictures in high definition too of the swatches so that you can see them side by side. I'm going to go in with the Saint side first. For a disclaimer for anyone who's unfamiliar with me or my channel, I hate, because it's so difficult to hold this up and then swatch it, and I don't necessarily have a camera placement to where you can watch me do the swatches. So I'm gonna go in with these fingers with her phalanges here and keep things crack-a-la-la-la-la-lacking. Because some of these glimmer shades as well, they need a finger swatch. I did try brush swatches earlier. Okay, so this is Absolution. Next up, still on the Saint side, Worship. Worship is this nice mulberry purple. Then Immaculate. Immaculate is one of the shades that I'm wearing on my eyes right now, which is a nice pretty pearl army green. After Immaculate is Chalice. Chalice is a nice metallic mushroom brown in my opinion. After Chalice is Sacred Heart. And this is a pearl, kind of a sherbet color in my opinion. After Sacred Heart is Amen, which is a pale frosty vanilla. That doesn't really do me much of any justice, but it's there. It's there, y'all. It's there. After Amen is Sanctuary, which is a nice brownish, burgundy-ish. Another good, I would use that as an all-over lid color, truth be told. It's got a little bit of red in there too. It's a hard shade to describe, but I like it. And then Heaven, which is a nice frosty silver pearl. After Heaven is Crucifix, which is a basic matte brown. After crucifix is cathedral. And cathedral is a nice, pretty, shimmery shade. Like a frosted silver. With a little bit of blue in there, maybe. It's also got some sparkle. After cathedral is rosary. Nice red pearl. And after rosary is baptism, which is a very light baby pink. So again, you have absolution, worship, immaculate, chalice, sacred heart, sacred heart, amen, sanctuary, heaven, crucifix, cathedral, rosary, and baptism. So that was the saint side. And I have to say the saint side is very bright, vibrant. I can see several color combos with one another. I used shades from both ends for this look, so because I'm a saint and a sinner, mostly a sinner, and know my sinner is not in her. Yeah. All right, on to the center side, or as I like to call it, the fun side. Rapture, which is another one of these transformative shades. And this looks so familiar because it's this fire red that you see in a lot of palettes. I think Smashbox had something similar. It reminds me also of the shade that Too Faced copied in their Glitter Bomb palette from Urban Decay's Moondust palette. One of those shades, this kind of firecrackerish color. Then after Rapture is Sabbath. Straight up blackity black, y'all. Because we're blackity black, y'all. And I like this because it's, even though on my finger it showed up blackity black, y'all, the initial swatch is not too terribly dark. I was able to build up pigment with this pigment and color payoff to where I could deepen it and make it as dark as I wanted. Ooh, I cannot wait to do a black smoky eye with this palette. Yeet. So there is Sabbath. After Sabbath is Ashes. Ashes is a matte shade, but it's got green glitter in there. If you can see that. I don't know if you can, because that's how it picked up on my finger. But it doesn't swatch very bright because I'm not very bright. I'm plenty bright. Just, you know, I'm chocolatey. Okay, cool. Martyr, which is the shade that I use for a transitional shade. This didn't show up on me at all. Like, you can kind of tell it's there, but fam, it blended in like perfectly. After that, a Devil, which is this burnt-ish orangish. After Devil was a Revelation, which is a matte brown that also has some gold glitter in here. Motherfucker, is this my nail color? Hold on, wait, I got gold glitter. Ah! Sorry. Y'all know I'm extra? After Revelation is Vestment, and ooh, this is pretty. Oh, that is just a pretty teal with some black in there, just and the color shift, just oh, I would love to have that as a lid shade too. Ooh, that would be pretty with the black. Yep, already thinking about it. After Vestment is Ministry, which is this perfect Kansas City Royals blue. Like, that is gorgeous. After that is Exodus, which I used a little bit in this look, which is just a straight up 1990s aerobics wear green. After that is Exorcism, which is a pearlized purple. After Exorcism is Relic, which is a nice treasure chest gold. Like, we got Fenty Beauty trophy wife over here. Come the fuck through. And then last but not least is Stigmata, which is a brighter red than Rosary. Rosary seems to be more on the pink side because I just tapped a little bit of Rosary just to make sure. And this Stigmata is more on a brighter red side. So again, you have Rapture, Sabbath, Ashes, Martyr, Devil, Revelation, Vestment, Ministry, Exodus, Exorcism, Relic, and Stigmata. So do you need this palette? No, you never do. You never need any makeup. But I would say everybody does deserve at least one nice thing in their lifetime. Not even in their lifetime. Treat yourself every now and then. You know, everybody does deserve nice makeup. There's plenty of less expensive items out there too. Most of the time you're not going to get the same level of color payoff as you would with something that's a little bit more pricey. So it's up to you. You know, there's still great inexpensive things out there that will give you a high quality color payoff and be long lasting. But typically the more the cost, the better the quality. Kat Von D never disappoints. Is this ideal? I mean, you know, she's extra as it is anyways, you know, and like, just, you know, comparing this to the Metal Matte palette, and then I wish I was able to pick it up, but the Living La Vida Loca palette, which probably is as big as my entire ring light, no, it's not ideal, but it is intentional, it is creative, and it is well thought out. And she put a lot of thought into the process and the creative process going behind this. $62, that is steep. That is definitely steep. But if you think about how much the average high-end individual shadow costs, you could justify it. You could, because this is 24 shades. I believe this is what, 23 for the Metal Matte? So I'll leave that up to you. Me, I'm a collector, so y'all already know I'm about to go ahead and pimp this out. And if you want to see some looks, I'll be happy to bring you some as well. I just wanted to go ahead and at least get the swatches online and bring you what my initial first impressions were. So this is available on Kat's website online right now. It is online on Sephora's website as well, and it will be in stores with Sephora as of October the 4th. I hope everybody gets a chance to go out, play with it, swatch it for yourself, see what complements your skin tone, what would look good with your eye colors and eye shapes, and, you know, do your homework before you do drop a tank of gas and a Postmates lunch on this palette, okay? Okay. As always, thank you ever so much for watching, liking, commenting, and subscribing. If you have any questions or suggestions, hit your girl up in the comments section. If you are new here, please feel free to hit the subscribe button. I'd love to see you back on my channel. But if you're not here for me, my shenanigans, my opinions, or flicking use of the word motherfucker, that's fine. There is an X in the corner for you to click and get your life and get the entire fuck up off my channel. But if you are here for my shenanigans, you are beautiful, amazing, wonderful, spectacular. And if no one else has told you, I appreciate you. You guys have a wonderful night.